On August 28, 1859, the sun unleashed a storm unlike any in recorded history. From a single sunspot, a blinding flare erupted, hurling a massive cloud of charged plasma toward Earth. Hours later, telegraph machines burst into flames. Auroras lit up the sky as far south as the Caribbean. For 3 terrifying hours, humanity lost all connection with the outside world and the entire planet went dark. This is the story of the Carrington Event, the day the Earth went silent. It started as a normal day. British astronomer Richard Carrington was observing the sun through his telescope when he witnessed something extraordinary: massive white flares erupting from the sun's surface. He had just discovered what we now call a solar flare, but what he didn't know was that within 17 hours, this cosmic explosion would trigger the most catastrophic technological disaster in human history. The storm hit Earth's magnetic field with unprecedented force. Telegraph systems, the internet of the 1850s, went completely haywire. Operators received electric shocks from their equipment. Telegraph papers spontaneously caught fire. But here's where it gets even stranger. Some operators discovered they could send messages, even with their batteries completely disconnected. The aurora itself was powering the telegraph lines. People around the world witnessed auroras so bright you could read a newspaper at midnight. Gold miners in the Rocky Mountains woke up at 1 a.m. thinking it was dawn. In Cuba, sailors reported the sky glowing blood red. Auroras appeared as far south as Colombia, thousands of miles from where they should be. And then, everything went silent. The entire world lost its voice. For 3 hours, the entire global communication network, every telegraph line connecting continents, went completely dead. Cities couldn't communicate with neighboring towns. Ships at sea had no way to signal for help. The world had suddenly become isolated again, thrust back into an era before instant communication. But the most disturbing reports were yet to come. Telegraph operators began experiencing something that defied all logic. Messages arrived that were never sent. Phantom signals appeared on the lines. Some equipment continued operating for hours after being unplugged, powered purely by the electromagnetic chaos in the atmosphere. Operators reported hearing voices in the static, messages from nowhere. Scientists now understand what caused this nightmare, and the truth is, more terrifying than anyone in 1859 could have imagined. The sun had unleashed a coronal mass ejection, a billion-ton cloud of magnetized plasma traveling at millions of miles per hour. When it collided with Earth's magnetic field, it created the perfect geomagnetic storm. The impact compressed our planet's protective magnetic bubble like a squeezed balloon. But here's what keeps scientists awake at night. If the Carrington event happened today, the damage would be catastrophic. Our modern world depends entirely on electronics and satellites. A storm of that magnitude could knock out power grids for months, not days, months. It would destroy transformers that take years to replace. Hospital equipment would fail, water treatment plants would stop working. And the economic cost? Between $2 and $20 trillion. But it gets worse. Satellites would be permanently disabled. GPS would vanish. No navigation systems. No communication satellites. No weather forecasting. The entire infrastructure of modern civilization would collapse overnight, and we'd be powerless to stop it. You might think this is just theoretical, but in 2012, we came terrifyingly close to finding out. On July 23, 2012, a Carrington-level solar storm erupted from the sun and blasted through Earth's orbit. It was just as powerful as the 1859 event, maybe even stronger. But there's one reason you've never heard about it. We missed it by 9 days. If Earth had been in that exact spot in its orbit, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. So when will the next one hit us? The Carrington event remains the most powerful solar storm in recorded history. It's a reminder that our technological civilization is fragile, vulnerable to forces beyond our control. Space weather agencies now monitor the sun constantly, hoping to give us between 12 and 48 hours warning before the next big one hits. The question isn't if another Carrington event will occur. The sun produces Carrington-level storms approximately once every 150 years. We're overdue, and the next time, we won't just lose telegraph lines. And that's your fact and mystery for today. If you're fascinated by the unexplained and want to dive deeper into history's greatest enigmas, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it truly helps the channel grow. Hit that like button and ring the bell so you never miss our next deep dive into the unexplained. Your support keeps these mysteries coming. Until next time, stay curious. I'm Blake Arcanum, and I'll see you in the next fact and mystery.